Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. You are watching the 9 at Night. I'm Stephania Jimenez. Tonight, we're learning more details about the suspect in a deadly shooting at a nightclub in Colorado and his connection to Bexar County. The 22-year-old man once attended high school in San Antonio and even legally changed his name here. Northeast ISD confirmed that he was a freshman at Johnson High School, but withdrew from the district in October of 2015. And the next year, records show that his grandparents filed a petition to change his name. The petition says that the request was made to protect the then teenager from connections to his birth father and his criminal activity. The now 22-year-old is facing murder and hate crime charges in connection with Saturday's shooting. If you remember, 5 people were killed, at least 25 hurt at Club Q in Colorado Springs. The suspect is scheduled to make his first court appearance tomorrow. New developments tonight. The teen shot by a former San Antonio police officer is now out of the hospital. Eric Cantu's family released that photo today. His mother says that he is being surrounded by lots of love. Cantu was shot on October 2nd. Body camera footage shows former police officer James Brennan opening the door to Eric Cantu's car as he was eating a hamburger, then firing several rounds at the car, hitting Cantu. Soon after, San Antonio's police chief fired Brennan from the force. Now, Brennan faces 2 counts of aggravated assault by a public servant. He was set for a preliminary hearing tomorrow, and that's now going to be rescheduled since the judge in the case is not going to hold court during the holiday week. Court officials say that a new hearing date could be scheduled next week. KSAT investigates uncovering bad behavior with a Bexar County deputy. Records show that Deputy Aaron Holloman had several outbursts towards sergeants who were all women. The string of incidents took place between March and May of this year. In one case, documents show that Holloman became upset and clenched his fist while a sergeant gave directions on the sheriff's office patrol vehicle assignment procedures. That sergeant reported that she feared Holloman might punch her. Records show that Holloman was going to be suspended for 45 days, but it was shortened to 15 for time served since Holloman had been on administrative leave. A boyfriend's home burnt down, his ex now under arrest. Bexar County deputies say the flames were caught during a FaceTime call. Deputies now accuse 23-year-old Zenaida Soto of setting the fire just before 2 a.m. on Sunday. It happened on Shepherd Road on the southwest side of the county, not too far from Lytle. Deputies say that Soto was FaceTiming her boyfriend when another woman answered the phone. That woman turned out to be a relative of the boyfriend's, but investigators say that Soto was already upset. Deputies arrested Soto yesterday. She kept her head down as she was walked out of the sheriff's office. According to a warrant, Soto FaceTimed the boyfriend while the couch was on fire and said, quote, "I hope your stuff is going to be okay," end quote. Soto faces arson and burglary of habitation charges, and her bond is now set at about $165,000. The U.S. Supreme Court now clearing the way for the IRS to release former President Donald Trump's tax returns. The documents would be released to a Democratic-led House committee. Trump's legal team turned to the Supreme Court, which includes 3 of his nominees, by the way, after he lost at the lower-level court. The House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Richard Neal first sought the tax returns from the IRS in 2019. Now back here at home, we hope that you're getting ready for your Thanksgiving. Meteorologist Adam Caskey now has your forecast.
Damp the rest of the night and even through the day tomorrow, but not much for real rainfall. Just a few sprinkles coming and going on your Wednesday, and still some dampness out there, especially with morning drizzle. 50 in the morning, only 59 in the afternoon. Thanksgiving Day, here are those rain chances. 60% from before sunrise all the way through about 11 a.m. And then those rain chances taper off into the afternoon and evening on Thanksgiving. Looks like Thanksgiving morning, wet roads, fog, drizzle, reduced visibility. You get the idea. Better travel conditions later in the day on Thanksgiving, particularly by the evening hours. Friday morning could have a few lingering showers out there, isolated in nature. Otherwise, some late day clearing, 59. And then this weekend, sunshine near 70.
Now to an update on the push to keep a San Antonio tradition alive. Donations are slowly building up for the next cowboy breakfast. The foundation says it's only raised $2,800, but it needs $35,000 by December 1st to make the event happen in January. They still need a sponsor, by the way. If you'd like to help, we have that information for you on KSAT.com. If you're hitting the highway for Thanksgiving, you have something to be thankful for. Gas is actually gobbling up less of your budget. Prices are actually down to an average here of $2.85 a gallon. And just for a reminder, we haven't seen prices that low since January. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz tells us what to expect in the coming weeks.
Just in time for that Thanksgiving road trip, this is a feast for the eyes. $2.59 a gallon if you pay cash.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Prices plunged 12 cents in just the past week, 22 cents this month. Drivers are grateful.
So there's a lot of people that, live from paycheck to paycheck, and they really need that.
But Pastor Rander Draper says he prays they drop more.
But we're going to pray them down so that they're fit into the budget so the average person won't have to struggle so hard.
Gas Buddy analyst Patrick DeHaan expects just that.
The good news is the decreases will likely continue through Thanksgiving into early December.
Part of what's driving the drop, oil prices are back to pre-Russian invasion levels. Right now, while much of the nation is paying more than ever for holiday road trips, Texas is not.
Texas is the cheapest state in the nation when it comes to filling up your tank.
And this Californian is thankful. He just drove here in this.
9 miles per gallon. Expensive.
Gas prices are still historically high, so to maximize your gas dollar, 3 things you need to do. First, check the tire pressure. Next, get the excess junk out of your trunk. And when you're ready to drive, take it easy on that gas pedal.
Whatever the cost of fuel, Pastor Draper says it won't keep him from his Thanksgiving tradition.
No way, no way. Nothing like family.
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
That's it right there. Now, just a quick reminder, a KSAT community is in the middle of its Share the Shoes campaign. You could donate a new pair of shoes or socks to a child in need. That drive is in partnership with San Antonio Police and Zapatos. There are 6 San Antonio Police substations taking donations right now. They're listed right there on your screen, and they're going to be accepting those donations through December 16th. You can find more information on the KSAT community page, which is on ksat.com. Coming up tonight on the Night Beat, it's a story that many San Antonio families are facing, and that is the struggle to find a place to live. Why a program that's designed to help can't keep up with demand, plus another delay on student loan repayments. The reason the Biden administration is extending the payment freeze as it fights for its debt relief program. A new plan after the ban on certain beers at World Cup stadiums in Qatar. The last-minute decision left Budweiser with a warehouse of extra beer, but the brewer then got to thinking, came up with a solution. This all began last week. Qatar is a Muslim nation and tightly regulates alcohol sales and usage. It announced that the 8 World Cup stadiums couldn't sell any alcoholic beer. It left fans with only one option for beer, and that is non-alcoholic Bud Zero. People don't want that, right? So the brewer tweeted out a picture of what it's left with. So now it's planning to ship all those unsold beers to the country that wins the World Cup. And by the way, they're also planning to host the championship celebration for the winner. By the way, Mexico played today. The U.S. is going to play again on Friday, and the World Cup runs through December 18th. We're out of time. The 9 at Night returns tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. Stay warm. We'll see you then.